Hello friends, Rabbi Cukierkorn here to talk with you a little about this week's Torah portion, and it is Chukat. Fascinating one, has all kinds of exciting stories about the red heifer, it tells us about when Moses hits the rock instead of talking with the rock. But I found something there that today seems a little more appealing to me. As a matter of fact, I'm taping this on Sunday. Normally I tape it around Wednesday, because on Wednesday we're going on vacation. Now it's the summer, we're all looking forward to go on vacation. I am quite known for being an intrepid traveler. And I could say that there are some elements that make for better traveling than others, and they in fact are in this week's Torah portion, which is, it has to do probably with what do the people that you visit, their countries, their localities, what do they want from you? There's so many places around the world that live off tourism. Places like Costa Rica, Mexico, places that clearly a good chunk of their national income, of the people's income, comes from tourism. And what's our duty as tourists? How can we be good tourists? Well, let me tell you what this Torah portion says. It tells us that when Moses and the Israelites were walking through the desert, and to reach the promised land, they had to go through a number of kingdoms along the way. So, first place they got was the kingdom of Edom. And we read there in Numbers 20:17, Moses sends a messenger to the king of Edom, saying, "Please let us pass through your country. We will not pass through the fields or through the vineyards, nor will we drink water from any well." And what does the king of Edom says? No. So they have to go around it. Then he, rather than trying to go around, he says, well, let me make him another offer. He says, we'll go along the highway, and if we or our cattle drink of any of your water, we'll pay for it. We'll only pass through our feet without doing anything else. And that's Numbers 20:19. And this was rejected as well. So they have to go around. Then, as they approached the kingdom of the Amorites, Moses sends a messenger to King Sihon, saying, "Let us pass through your land. We will not turn aside into the fields or into the vineyards, nor we will drink the water from any well, but we'll go along the king's highway until we pass your borders." And that's Numbers 21:22. Guess what? Again the offer was rejected. And this time, the Amorites came out to attack the Israelites. So, two occasions, Moses offers to pass through a foreign country without taking anything, and twice the offer was rejected. Why? Although, evidently, Moses and the Israelites were not on vacation, there is a possible lesson here, the one that I always understood, that you might approach when you're visiting a foreign country or a foreign locale. How different would things have been if Moses had asked permission to meet with the people of the land and to experience something of the culture? Moses may have thought, or maybe assumed, that the kings would want the Israelites to go across as quickly as possible. And the offer may have come as a way to alleviating this disruption of having all these hundreds of thousands of people crossing their lands. Yet, both times it was rejected. The opportunity for interaction was lost, and enmity ensued between these peoples. Of course, 40 years in the wilderness is no holiday, but when we look for the lesson that is here, I believe it is that the solitary route was twice rejected. Had Moses chosen to engage with the people, maybe he would have been welcomed. And our duty as we go to a foreign culture is not to eat at McDonald's every single time and seek the American-style hotels and the plastic amusement parks, but if we try to really engage with the people rather than just stay in the resort and and saying, well, I went to Jamaica. You didn't go to Jamaica. You went to that little piece of resort and you never left the place. How can you truly be interacting and experiencing the culture? What's the point of going on a vacation if you don't interact, if you don't share, if you don't share the cuisine, get to meet the people? I think this is a great lesson for us to think about, and ultimately not to be ugly Americans when we travel. And I think also it's a great lesson to see how, even from these little details from the Torah, we can learn lessons for our lives that impact who we are. Shabbat Shalom from Temple Israel in Kansas City. Bye-bye.